sounds good, right?
I'm sure there's a more glamorous way of doing that, but welcome to another juicy vlog. Now, if you're thinking of starting a podcast, we are recently, actually this is kind of the first time we're telling you guys, we are launching a podcast and we're super excited. So if you've got any questions on like the camera gear to use, how to film it, if you want to film it, just like audio and visual, what microphones to use, we've been doing a lot of research over the past few weeks and we think we found a pretty great setup that's quite good if you're on a budget and if you want to get some stuff sorted quite quickly. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna go for a quick bit now.
These are some of the things we expect with some.
Guys, it's me. I'm back. I've missed you. Welcome to our studio. Well, it's not actually a studio yet. We're going to transform this place. That is the great thing about podcasting now. You don't need to hire out a studio. You don't need loads of fancy equipment. You don't need to do anything other than be in your own home. There's only a few things that you need to do to prep the place. We're going to do that now. We need to get this place ready to form a new episode of our podcast. But I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, George, why are you wearing a mint green t-shirt?
No, why
that
are
is
you
that
wearing
bright?
a highlighter?
A highlighter?
Yeah.
So just to talk you through our setup, it is very, very basic actually. We use the desk that we've had in our room anyway. We haven't bought anything extra really for the setup other than microphones. We've used everything around us, haven't we?
Yeah, so basically this desk we had before, this chair I'm sitting on now is the chair that we had under the desk. This one is for my dressing table, this stool.
That's just a little stool from the bedroom.
These speakers we were given and haven't plugged in because we didn't have the right cables for them, so we've used them as stands ever since for cameras. So that camera's going to go on here to film George. We've got the G7X on this one filming me, and then you'll see balanced on that chair there is our Mavic Air box that we balance our phone on to get the wide angle shots. Because we've only actually got 2 cameras and we want to get 3 shots to work through on the podcast, we need to use an iPhone for one of them, and we like, instead of it just being like me then George, or just a wide angle, we like the idea of both of us having shots of our faces as well as a shot of both of us stretching to each other.
So this is purely intentional. The iPhone sits on there and pokes through there and records.
I suppose like the main thing you need for a podcast is a microphone. You don't need to record them. That's just something we choose to do because we like people seeing us react and like how we actually are looking when we're filming it. I'd personally be quite interested to see that on someone's podcast, so that's why we're doing it. The microphone, I suppose, is the main thing. So we have bought 3 of these. We only bought 2 to begin with to try them out, but as we want to have guests on the show sometimes as well, so watch this space, we've bought a 3rd one, and I want to unbox that with you guys today. I've got it from Amazon. It's called Fifine, F-I-F-I-N-E, Fifine Technology. It was about £25. We did quite a lot of research as to what one would be best for it, but we didn't want to spend a fortune because, again, like everyone buying 3 microphones, we are only just starting out. It might be invested in like a higher quality one later, but these are great because they're so small in this little box, and we genuinely, for the price, are very, very impressed with the quality so far. So let's unbox it now. Obviously you can spend like hundreds on a really good microphone, but genuinely, like, we are impressed with these considering the price, and they're very portable as well. Right, so kind of reminds me of an iPhone box. It's about 100 degrees today. I'm not joking, it is like 100 degrees, and we need to shut the windows in a minute because of the sound, and it's like sweaty. I might have to get naked. Who's up for a naked podcast? Me! So then they give you like a little user's guide. We didn't actually look at that, so let's bin that. Here is everything.
Yeah, you got to put it together.
I didn't have to do that for the other ones.
Really?
Or maybe this one's just come unscrewed. So yeah, you get like that, and then little volume switch at the front, and then apparently that's what we have to have the windows shut. It's so loud around here. You can separate it like travelling wise. That's pretty much as big as it gets. And that's a stand, tiny. And then...
And this, guys, is literally plug and play. It's USB, you don't need any drivers. You just plug that into your Mac recognises it, or your PC or whatever.
Right.
And you're good to go.
Screw that. Screw this. Take this off, plug it in, and you're good to go. And also, it's great because it's quite like movable as well. So you'll see, so you can literally plug it in, done. Plonk it on here. Cameraman, if you don't mind angling down slightly for me, thank you. This one you can unscrew, and if, so this bit, hang on, where is it? Ah, that's why it was loose, for God's sakes, what have I done? There you go. Oh, cool, so you can actually tighten that, because remember I was moaning with the other ones, it was like wobbling around.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can tighten it. So this, where the, this is the actual front of the microphone, although it's like both sides, that's the actual front. And you can like adjust the volume from here. But if you're, say for example, like sat here and you want to speak into it here, then you can twist it there. If it's at like, you want it facing upwards, because like you're lower, then you can angle that to do that as well. Ah, and we bought some hats for them. Where have we put them?
Some hats.
Where did I put them? Oh, there's so much crap in this flat. And they're like, what do you call them? Pop.
They're just like, they're actually
pop
called,
shields?
no, they're actually called windscreens.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think of when I say the word windscreen. I think it was like £4 for 8. So we bought 8. Because I feel like these could like rip quite easily, but literally pop the little hat on the guy. Just about like cover enough. Like they don't go right the way to the bottom. All the way around the edge. So then when you speak into there, sometimes like if you don't have one of these and you're like going puh and like tuh, and it kind of like jumps the noise up a bit, doesn't it? Like how would you explain that? Like,
yeah, it just kind of distorts slightly. This
Yeah.
just stops that.
So you can go as much as you want. Basically you can spit on these and then, sorry.
A very quick technical section here now, guys, and this will only apply to you if you want to use a 2 or 3 mic setup. We obviously have a mic each and we're using a Mac, so it's something you have to do on your Mac before you can use 2 mics as an input. If you're a Windows user, I'm sorry, I don't know the answer for this, but if you're a Mac user, you have to go to your utilities folder and open up audio MIDI setup. You can see I've made one here already. You have to go to this little plus and you have to go to create aggregate device, and then you choose your 2 USBs, rename that. I've done it already, so I'm just going to delete this one. You rename it 2 mic setup. So once you're in GarageBand, you need a 2-track project, and you go up to preferences and then audio MIDI here, and then you go input device, 2 mic setup. You see I created it here earlier. Then to enable us to actually have sound coming into these tracks, you need to go up here to track and then configure track header. Oh. Then you get this up, then you need to click on the record button here and then go into the next. Okay, it's done for both of them. And then they are both on and working. Podcast filming complete. I keep saying filming, recording. We film it as well, obviously. We've got the track in GarageBand now, so we just need to like mix that down. We put some effects on it. We like normalize it and compress it slightly just so if there's any really loud bits, they don't like ruin the ears of the listener. So I guess the final bit of starting a podcast is actually getting it out there. So we're using Anchor, and Anchor is an app on the iPhone, but it's also a web service. We've got no links to Anchor at all. We're not working with them or anything like that, but we found it was the easiest way to get our podcast out on all the necessary platforms in one go very, very easily. You basically set up an account, you can put your little artwork icon on there. So you can either download the Anchor app and you can record your podcast straight from your phone, but obviously we wanted a bit of a better setup. We wanted the 2 mics, we wanted to be able to edit if we wanted, make a video out of it as well. Anchor allow you to upload your exported audio to their service and then it gets distributed everywhere, so it's super, super good. Thanks for watching this video today, guys. A bit of the behind the scenes of us starting to build our podcast. If you start a podcast, drop a link below, we'll check it out, let us know, let's have a chat about it. We're so excited. This is like something we've wanted to do for a while. We're finally doing it, finally starting. It was absolutely boiling in here, so Lucy's actually jumped straight into a cold shower after we finished recording. So we're gonna leave this video here. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Leave a comment below, say hello. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel, check out our other videos, and we'll see you very soon. Bye.